Welcome to my channel CoachIQ. Today I do geography, and in that I do apart from agriculture, that is the cropping season. India is a land of so much diversities. We have different religions, language, culture. Similarly, there is also a lot of diversity in the types of crops grown. And we have three cropping seasons, that is the rabi, the kharif and the zaid. First I talk about the rabi season. In this season the crops, they are sown from which month to which month? It is from October to December and harvested from April to June. So this is the season. Now we talk about which type of crops are grown. You have your wheat, peas, barley, all this is grown during the rabi season. Next is where is it grown? North and northwest parts of India. So your states would be Punjab, Uttarakhand, Haryana and so on. Now the question is, how do these crops grow in the winter season? The major reason is precipitation during these months. Now the question may be again, what is precipitation? It is rainfall, it could be snow, it could be hail. So precipitation during the winter months. Now the question is, why do we have this precipitation? It is due to the western temperate cyclones. Another reason why these crops grow in these states is the success of the Green Revolution. So Green Revolution success has also played a very important role in the growth of rabi crops in these particular states. Now we speak about the kharif season. Here the crops are grown at the onset of monsoon. The key word is onset, because onset means beginning. You cannot write during or such words. It has to be onset, that is the beginning of monsoon. And when is it harvested? Harvested in the months of September to October. Now this is something where students go wrong and they don't remember the months. So the easy way is just remember sow, S-O. So you write September to October. Now which crops are grown over here in this season, that is? You have paddy, you have maize, jawar, bajra, groundnut, jute and so many other crops. Now where are they grown? Mainly Assam, West Bengal. So remember your east, that is Assam and West Bengal. Then you have your coastal areas. In that, just go from Orissa, if you go down, you get all your states. Orissa, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu. So this covers your east coast. On the west coast, you have only two states, that is Kerala and Maharashtra. It's also grown in UP and Bihar. Now it's also grown in Punjab and Haryana. Your three states, Assam, Orissa and West Bengal, they grow three crops of rice in one single year, and it is called Os, Aman and Boro. Now in between the rabi and kharif season, we have a short summer season that is called the zaid season. That time you have watermelons, muskmelons, cucumbers, vegetables and fodder which is grown. Now in the textbooks you have a fourth small one line is given, that is sugarcane. Sugarcane takes almost a year to grow, and it is not a zaid crop, which is a misconception with many students because it's given in that para. Sugarcane is a kharif crop and it takes nearly more than a year to grow. So this is something you should keep in mind, that sugarcane is a kharif crop and it's not a zaid crop. The only thing is it takes more than a year to grow, so it's also called an annual crop at times. Now I do another topic, that is impact of globalization on agriculture. Globalization is nothing new to India. We have seen it since the British days when India was a colony. And India was a major exporter of spices to the rest of the world. Then, due to the very good quality of our cotton, the Britishers started exporting from India the raw cotton, and it helped their mills in England. Their mills really flourished over there. The Indian farmers were in trouble. We have learnt about the Champaran Satyagraha in 1917, where the indigo farmers were really oppressed. They could not grow other things, the other crops on their field which would help their family to survive, and there was a satyagraha. 1990, when globalization as we know of today started, the Indian farmer faced many challenges. Though India is a huge producer, a major producer of cotton, rice, jute, then too, we have not been able to compete with the agricultural products of the developed countries. And the reason is that the other countries give a heavy subsidy on the agricultural products, which our government is not doing. So our agricultural products become more expensive in the market, and this becomes a major challenge. Secondly, due to the law of inheritance, our land holdings are becoming smaller and smaller, and it's a thumb rule. The smaller your land holding, the less profits you will get from that patch of land that you have. So these are challenges which our farmers are facing. Today the Indian agriculture is at a crossroad. That is, you don't know which road to take because the challenges are so very high for the Indian farmer. Now, how do you improve agriculture? The major thing the government can do is improve the conditions of the marginal farmers, that is the small farmers. Of course, we had the Green Revolution and it was a major success, for it really built up India's food security. But there's another side to the coin, and that is that it has led to a lot of environmental damage. Land degradation, biodiversity is vanishing, the aquifers are drying. So this is a major problem with the Green Revolution, where one hand food security is there, the other hand the environment is getting damaged. The key word today for agricultural development is gene engineering. That is where you start inventing hybrid varieties of seeds. Secondly, we have organic farming, which has become a major trend, where there is absence of the use of chemicals which are made in the factories, and the advantage is that you don't harm the environment by using these chemicals. Now, our economists say that the future of agriculture is quite bleak in India. It's not so great because our farmers are facing a problem of their land holdings becoming smaller, as I told you all before. So with smaller land holdings, they don't earn enough income for their family. And the suicide rates among the farmers are also increasing because they just don't manage to get a proper income for their family. Then your credit system in the villages is not so good. They pay a high rate of interest. So these are the various problems which our farmers are facing. Now, how do you solve this problem? One is you make a shift in the cropping pattern. From your cereal crops, go to high value crops like olives, like fruits, flowers, medicinal herbs, and so on. These crops need less irrigation, they need less water, and secondly, they don't harm the environment also. Like sugarcane and rice would need much more water. Then the question comes that if you stop growing these crops like say rice, wheat, sugarcane, which is rice and wheat is our staple diet, that means we have to import these cereals. But that is what countries like Italy, Israel and Chile are doing. They are growing these high value crops and they are importing the cereals. So the big question then lies in the hands of the government. Are we ready to take this risk where we make a shift in the cropping pattern? So that is something which is not yet decided. So that's a question to ponder upon. I really hope this topic has become clearer. And if you have any queries, please post them in the comments below. And do like the video, share it with your friends and classmates, and subscribe to my channel to continue studying with CoachIQ.